My name is Lacey Martello. I'm the host of The Tonight Show on CBYN. I started out as a receptionist, but that was a long time ago. It began like any rags to riches story. Small town girl from out west done good. Suddenly, everyone wants to know me. But some people want more. Most of the crazies get filtered out by station security, but there's one guy who took things too far. You gotta have a public profile, my boss told me. One for the station. I never had a head for keeping track of these things, so I made my personal profile professional. Then I got hacked. It began as a strange post now and then. Nothing you'd think twice about. Spam bots, stuff everyone gets. Then it got more sinister. The boss hauled me into his office saying, "This isn't the image we wanted for the company, and if I'm not careful, I'd be under review by the stockholders." I was due to meet with the local chief police later on that week, but as I walked out to my car after a day's filming, there was a note under my windshield wiper. Whoever was doing this had done their homework on me. Before I moved to the big city, there was an accident. I was driving home from a night out. I only had one drink, and that time of night there's never any cops patrolling the roads for DUIs. It was just one time, but this time there was someone else on the road, walking home. He came out of nowhere. There was nothing I could do. I knew I'd hit him. It was the middle of the night. There was no one else around. I got out to see how bad it was. He was just lying there, face down, not moving or breathing. I knew he was dead. I panicked. I didn't know what to do. I got back in my car and drove off. That's why I left. My hacker knew everything. I'd be ruined if this got out. So going to the cops was no longer an option. I tried changing passwords, privacy settings, even going as far as making a new profile, but the same thing kept happening. I needed help. Then I remembered this guy who introduced himself to me at a drinks reception a few weeks ago. He said if I needed help sorting this out, he could take a look into it. His name was Dean Harp, Private Eye. I called him and we arranged a meeting. I gave him the details of the case so far. He said he knew some of it from the papers, although my extra information was helpful. Dean said he'd take the case in confidence, and he'd find the guy that's doing this, and with what he was charging, I'd hope he'd do it quickly. I don't know exactly what he did, but he kept calling me to see if anything else had happened that could help his investigation. Soon the papers got tired of reporting about me, and at last Dean got some results. He said he knew who my hacker was, and he could give me a name and a picture. So here I am, on my way to meet my detective to put an end to all of this. This long nightmare is almost over. I'll get my life back.
What? I thought you brought me here for the name of the hacker.
Everybody's got to make a living. You'd be surprised how much the tabloids are willing to pay for dirt from a celebrity.
Usually it's more of an uphill battle, but with you, well, the story pretty much wrote itself, didn't it? A quiet girl, plucked from obscurity. Not many people knew about your past, but I found somebody who did. You have no street cred. No one's going to take your word over the tabloids, especially when it came from your own profile.
But why me?
Simply put, you were an easy mark. And with that little secret lurking in your closet, there wasn't a damn thing you could do.
But why help me? Why not just stay in the shadows?
I needed to stop you from going to the cops. Every good story needs an ending. And who wants to read about the bad guy being found and triumphing over evil?
What do they want to read about then?
Tragedy. And what's more tragic than a young starlet on her way to the top, cracking under the intense media pressure?
What are you talking about? What's going to happen? What are you going to do?
The papers have already paid me for the story on your awful suicide.
Suicide?
Precisely.
name is Dean Harp, Private Eye. Looking for my next paycheck.